I'm checking in, and I think the audio is going to be a lot better on this one than it was on previous ones, which I may not upload because the audio was so bad. But I think we've cracked the code in the tech. I was thinking about what to talk about today, and I think it is exercise. I am realizing, or I realized that I'm just not moving as much during the day because I'm in the RV, so I don't have to walk down the hall. It's like, I don't know, 12 steps to the bathroom and like 8 steps to the kitchen. So I can almost just touch everything. And that's going to be a real reduction in calories burned. And movement. It's going to make things a little sluggish. I can't, stretch out and that sort of things like I normally do. And because I actually enjoy exercise. I enjoy exercise. Okay. Part of the reason why I enjoy exercise is because then the guilt of you're supposed to exercise is off. I'm like, check that box. I have exercised. Get off my back. I'm going to go watch anime. But also, I love it. That's kind of how I started with exercise, because I'm like, exercise, leave me alone. And then I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I kind of like what my body does. I like what my muscles do. I like being strong. I like being the person that other people say, hey, can you carry this? Yes, I can, because I'm more of a pack mule than a leopard. I don't go fast, but I can carry loads over distance. And I like, as a woman of a certain age, I like the fact that my body still will do good things. I don't have to sit there and kind of like laze myself into, I'm not ready to be put to pasture. And so I like starting to see the definition in my shoulders, and I love that my calves are really, taking very nice shape. I enjoy that. And by the way, just to let you know, if any of you ladies are looking for something that'll shape your calves pretty quick, rucking. Take a backpack, put some weight in it, and walk. And that is the quickest thing that I have found to make a calf be shapely and fabulous. But anyway, so I got to where, okay, I like what my body's doing, but I also love that that's time that I can spend just me and God, especially, okay, so I have a playlist, of course we all do, and the playlist is a lot of driving music. Like, I love All Good Things, and I love Skillet, and all this, this sort of like pounding testosterone laden music. It really makes me go. It makes me a hard charger. And then I'm one of those who so while I'm doing that, I can like talk to the Lord and dedicate what I'm doing to the Lord, and like, I look at it as training, because it is. I don't know what the Lord is going to have for me, but I want to be able to be strong enough to help somebody who needs groceries carried in, or if I need to, drag somebody away from the fire, or if I need to, jump in the water and save somebody or whatever. I want to be able to do that. So on so many levels, so on a no guilt level, and then on a physical, a little bit of vanity level, and a spiritual level, and a loving other people level, being able to have myself ready to help and to love on other people. I enjoy exercise. Okay, but again, part of exercise, part of the calories you burn are your daily like moving around, the stuff that you don't even think about. And now I'm in this little tiny RV, and so there's not a whole lot of that. So I have to be diligent to exercise. So, and I'm still getting, this is my first week. This is my, let me see, I moved, like my first official day was Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is day 3 of me being here in the RV. alone, not moving back and forth or whatever. So I'm trying to incorporate my exercise routine. Now, so what, normally I get on a treadmill and then I can just close my eyes, plug in, and just, but here I don't have, there is no place for a treadmill. There, I almost have to go outside to change my mind. So, I mean, it's a beautiful RV. I love it. I'm not complaining about it at all. It's actually fabulous, but it is a little tight. One of the things that I really love to do for some exercise is Beat Saber. But I haven't tried Beat Saber in here, but the ceilings are low. So if I go like this to hit something, I'm going to hit the ceiling, I'm afraid. So, but I'm looking for punching, like boxing VRs, because, you know, unless I'm boxing, you know, boxing a virtual like 10-foot guy, I probably don't have to reach up. And then I also, what I did is I measured out in my neighborhood, there's kind of a natural loop, and it's about 0.2 of a mile and change. So I don't know if it's actually 2.5 of a mile, or if it's like, because my car odometer doesn't go that low, because I figured that, I guess they think you're not going to drive like 200 feet. You know, if you're going to drive, you're going to be driving. It only goes to 0.1 of a mile. So that, if I do that, you know, 5 times at 0.2 of a mile, that's 1 mile and change. So, that's awesome. You know, I'm pretty excited about that. And okay, so jogging it, I jogged it the other day. And it's got a hill. It goes like up a hill and then down, like I'm at the apex of the hill. So I go down the hill and I go up the hill and down the hill like a perpetual motion machine. And I am not the world's best jogger. I do enjoy it. Sometimes. I prefer to put on the heavy backpack and walk, because I love to multitask, and the fact that I can get some cardio and some muscle going at the same time. But sometimes you just feel like running. Sometimes you just feel light. And, you know, even if you run 10 feet, there's something, as a matter of fact, if you're new to exercise and your body can handle it, like you don't have heart issues and you don't, you know, and if you can just run 10 feet and then stop, you know, like you were a kid, that feeling before you start thinking, before your lungs are like, I hate you, and before your knees are like, oh, yeah, we do too, let's make a line and just, you know, like smack her around or whatever. If you can recapture the joy of just letting go for 10 feet, you know, like when you were a child, that's good. That don't try to be like, fine, I'll start exercising and I'm going to go until I throw up. Don't do that. To start low. It's good. You've got time. We've got time. So I would say that. Oh, but okay, so I decided to ruck today, but okay, so now I'm in a neighborhood, and so I put on my backpack, and I'm like, I hope these people, and they don't know me because I just moved in, and I'm like, well, I hope they don't think that I'm some creepy, I'm sure it'd be more creepy if I was a male, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't creepy, even as a female, you know, just walking in front of people's houses with a backpack. So I tried to make myself look as much like a jogger as possible, and you know, so they were instantly thinking, oh, she must be exercising. Maybe it's some weird exercise thing. So I have on my match. Okay, so I noticed halfway through that my black pants and my shirt match my shoes, which also matched my earbuds. And they did that all match my backpack because it is camo. It's a hunting pack that Ashton used to take up on the tundra. And that's what I have. I haven't invested in one of the real expensive Go Ruck ones because I'm like, oh, this one works for me. But I do need to get it fitted a little bit better. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I just looked down. I'm like, my shoes are black with the aqua laces and accents. And then my earbuds are aqua. So I was like, oh, just a symphony and coordination. This is fabulous. And I carried a water bottle. I was like, oh, wait, all joggers and exercise people have a water bottle. So I'll just carry the water bottle with me, and I have my phone in the other hand. And it worked out well. And I got in 2 miles and change, probably 2.5 miles. And I have just recently increased the weight in my backpack. So it was, you know, when I went up the hills, I could feel it. I noticed when I was going down the hills, I was getting a little slow. So I need to not, because I had started, you know, and I'm also trying to be aware of my surroundings. So yeah, I'm going to need to work on being, on not slowing down, when I, you know, kind of get into that and I'm thinking and stuff like that. So yes, I would strongly recommend anything exercise. Like, I don't care, what it is that you do, exercise. So if you just do stretching routines, that's fine. I do stretching routines with the person that I work for. And that's good, you know. They have shown that it doesn't really improve, like it doesn't make you less likely to be injured. But what it does do is, I mean, flexibility is flexibility. So, for example, you know, where you get to the point, I realize that there's a point where you can't sit on the floor with the kids because it's too hard to get up. I don't ever want to get to that point. I want to be 97 years old plopping down on the floor, cross-legged, playing T-set or Hot Wheels, and then I want to get up off the floor without without it looking awkward. Which, speaking of awkward, so okay, last September, I did a Go Ruck event, and it was, 7 miles, I think. And at one point, you have your backpack on, and you'd squat or something, and I was trying to get up, and then I just like my like feet up in the air, like, oh well, that was elegant. Like all these young people, and I'm sitting here like. Like a turtle on its back, trying to get up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to work out a little bit more. I need to be a little stronger. So what I plan to do currently is have 2 exercise sessions a day. I was just going to do 1 exercise, like do my daily exercise, and I'm like, that's really not going to be enough because I have no other calorie burning really. So I'm going to do 2. The one in the morning is going to be the tough one. That's going to be the jog. That's going to be the long distance backpacking. And then the afternoon one might be some strength training, which I actually prefer strength training. I prefer muscle building to cardio. I always have. My lungs are a little touchy. They're a little twitchy. They get irritated at stupid stuff. Cold air irritates them. And dry air irritates them, and so if I exercise too much, and I've had too much cold air, then they get all touchy. And I'm like, oh, would you stop? We have to exercise here. Don't you understand? The exercise police are monitoring me. Just stop getting so annoyed with everything. But then the afternoon, I get to do my virtual reality, I get to do my strength training, I get to do kind of whatever else I want, just as long as I'm doing something exercising. So yeah, do anything. Anything exercise. You're going to feel so much better. And please, if you're starting an exercise routine, don't kill yourself. Don't sit there and say, well, I should be doing blah, blah, blah. No, just if you do 20 toe touches, okay? If you do 10 squats, if you do 2 laps around the house, it doesn't matter. Just do something. And then you work up. There will be a point where you're exercising and you're like, okay, I need to actually up the level. You know, it can't be so easy that it's just as easy as sitting in a chair. But it shouldn't be so difficult that you're like, oh, yeah, this was horrible, and I have to do this every day for the rest of my eternity. Like, I don't think so. So you want to find that happy medium where you're like, oh, you know, I feel like I did something, without like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, because that's not going to help. And you have to be careful that if you start out too fast, your body is going to sit there and say, eat all the things, we're dying. No, that's where you tell your body, actually, you're not. You're fine. The calories, as long as you're not, you know, have some sort of eating disorder type of thing, the calories you're taking in are fine. If you need to lose a little bit of weight, then this is you know, this is how to do it. Don't eat, like, know what you eat anyway, and then don't eat extra. Just make sure, like, if you're doing a lot of strength building, that you get your protein, you know, that sort of thing. Let's see, how much time do I have? Oh my gosh, I'm at 15 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna stop this in case YouTube says I can't have more. So I'm gonna stop this, and I'll talk to y'all in a minute.